fans!
I'm Pat Mayo, and this is your fantasy football news, notes, and rankings update for September 12th. There's a Thursday night football game tonight, so don't miss out on that. Use code Mayo at Underdog Fantasy right now and get yourself a deposit bonus of up to $1,000. And if you're looking for the Week 1 rankings, easy stuff. Hit the description. The link is in there right now if you want the full show. That's up on Mayo Media Network. Speaking of Thursday night football, Raheem Mostert has been ruled out for the game. Devin Achane, as of right now, is a game-time decision. No clue how his usage is going to go. If he ends up being active, I'd say the floor for his touches, unless he re-aggravates his mid-ankle sprain, would be around 8 to 10. Hopefully you get more than that. I've cautiously ranked him right now at number 24 in the running back rankings. I have Jeff Wilson as running back number 30, and then I have Jalen Wright at running back number 51. I legitimately have no idea how this backfield is going to work against the Bills, but I do know that the Bills can be exploited on defense because they're not very good on that side of the ball. But Wright could have 3 huge plays in this game and make him worthwhile starting. I just don't know how the rotation is going to go. I would expect Jeff Wilson to handle most of the Mostert duties between the tackles, so his carry total should be in the double digits, making him a fringe start. If he gets the goal line touches, he could be even better than that in this game. Malik Washington is also out for the Miami Dolphins for the second straight week, so see that rotation of the 3 tight ends and Braxton Berrios at receiver to complement Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. Tyreek Hill, absolute must start, just like Jalen Waddle is in this game. On the Bills side of the ball, Ty Johnson had not been practicing on Tuesday. He did practice on Wednesday and is off the injury report, so Ray Davis probably doesn't get the bump that we expected. Ty Johnson will work primarily in the backfield behind James Cook. You'll probably see him around 20-25% of the snap share at running back. Christian McCaffrey is probably going to be out for the San Francisco 49ers. It would probably make the most sense of the world considering that we thought he was going to play on Monday night and then the last second he didn't play, that this week we don't think he's going to play, and then all of a sudden he's just active on Sunday. I don't anticipate that happening. Obviously, if he plays, you play him. If not, Jordan Mason is number 6 in the running back rankings. Kenneth Walker did not practice with an oblique injury on Wednesday. I still think that he is going to go, and I tentatively have him ranked against New England at running back number 14 because the risk of re-aggravation is there, or even limited snaps. I still like him to lead that backfield over Zach Charbonnet, who I have at running back number 41 coming into the week. Now, this is the same injury. I don't know if it's exactly the same oblique muscle, but he missed 2 games with an oblique strain last November. So keep an eye on that. If he practices on Thursday, he should be good to go. If he practices on full on Friday, then he is most certainly ready to go against New England this week. If he does not play, obviously I'll update the rankings once again down in the description if you want to get the quick link and see who's ranked where. But Charbonnet would move up to number 26 in the running back rankings. That's behind Achane, although we're just not going to know that news so throughout the Thursday night game. But that's between Najee Harris, who's 1 spot ahead of him, and Tony Pollard, who would be 1 spot behind him. Lockett and Fant are both limited on the Seattle offense, but both are expected to go. That's Noah Fant, not George Fant. George Fant's injury, not quite sure what's going on with him yet. It'd be nice if they could get him back, huh? Marshawn Lattimore and Tyrann Mathieu are both not practicing for the Saints, so that's not good when you're at Dallas and you're missing a whole bunch of your secondary. Dak is currently quarterback number 6 for the week. Lamb is wide receiver number 3, and Brendan Cooks is wide receiver number 41. Jake Ferguson is not yet practicing. He's trying to play on Sunday. Doesn't look like he's going to play on Sunday. Luke Schoonmaker is probably where you'd want to go to, but there are likely better options at tight end if you're looking for it. The best pickup right now is still Colby Parkinson, but the great thing about this is not that he probably needed all of the extra help without the best defenders in the Saints secondary not playing, but CeeDee Lamb right now is a free pick at Underdog Fantasy, higher or lower than 0.5 yards. Highly recommend that you go play that one and to use code Mayo at Underdog Fantasy right now and get yourself that deposit bonus of up to $1,000. Then you can use this free pick and just roll in the money, all right? Get yourself in it. If you're in California, Florida, or Texas and you don't have access to the sports books, Underdog Fantasy Pick'em is where you need to be at right now. Use code Mayo, okay? Quick injuries of note. Josh Reynolds on the Broncos now did not practice with an Achilles injury. There's a new injury for him on Wednesday. We just saw CMC not play with an Achilles strain. Not sure the extent on Josh Reynolds, but he's probably not going to go with an Achilles injury. So you'd think, hey, Devon Vale, he had 8 targets against Seattle last week. Let's play him. No, he's not practicing either with a ribs problem. That means in Denver against Pittsburgh this week, maybe the best defense in football, it's going to be Cortland Sutton and Greg Dulcich and little Jordan Humphrey. Probably don't want to play any of these guys. At best, you can play Cortland Sutton, and even he is not a great play in this spot. Dalton Schultz did not practice for the Texans, so if you picked him up to play him, keep an eye on his status moving forward. Again, Colby Parkinson I have ranked higher than Schultz this week for the Rams against the Cardinals, and you have to wait to Sunday Night Football to hear about Schultz. We're probably not going to know unless he's declared out really early that you probably have to wait on that. Probably something you don't want to do. Mike Williams is practicing in full for the Jets. He only played 19% of the offensive snaps for the Jets on Monday night. Expect that number to go up and Lazard's to go down if that is the case. Keenan Allen and Rome Odunze are not practicing for Sunday Night Football against the Texans. I'd say it's probably more likely at this point that Allen plays over Odunze, but again, one more thing to monitor with those two. Probably not the greatest of plays. Jordan Addison and T. Higgins are both not practicing at the moment, and it's looking more and more likely like they're not going to play in this game. Obviously, everyone jumped in on Andre Yosavash last week. It could have been Trenton Irwin. It could have been Mike Gesicki. Probably just, you don't want any of these guys. You want Jamar Chase. You want Zach Moss. Joe Burrow's wrist is feeling better, according to him. Probably still not great news with Jordan Addison. Naylor is the higher upside play, but Brandon Powell is likely to play more snaps for the Vikings should Addison miss this game. Jamison Williams has an ankle injury. He was limited in practice. He is still expected to play for the Lions against the Bucks this weekend. Josh Jacobs was a limited participant in practice with a back injury. He's just old. I mean, old relative to running backs in the NFL. He's likely going to be fine unless anything else gets updated on that. I would expect him to go. He's an excellent play this week at home against the Indianapolis Colts. With Malik Willis starting at quarterback, they're going to have to lean on Josh Jacobs. And Josh Downs got into limited practice for the Colts on the other side of the ball in that same game. Still wouldn't expect him to play. We'll see on Friday if he gets that full practice in, but it's probably one more week before he returns, which means Alec Pierce and A.D. Mitchell behind Michael Pittman in the Colts receiving core, but probably not the greatest of plays. Although A.D. Mitchell ended up with a ton of separation, we'll see if Richardson can get him the ball more this week when he's completely wide open. It was a problem in week 1. Will it be a problem in week 2? Who knows? Find all of the rankings down in the description right now. Like this channel, or sub to this channel, and like this video while you're here, and I'll have those rankings updated again once we hear more on the Thursday Night Football game. All right? I'm Pat Mayo. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
Mayo Experience! Experience!